Hey, this is Skullgirdle and welcome to Dark and Lazy Tea Hat. I wanted a tea hat. I don't like the tea hats I can find because I got all this flower shit on there. And I like flowers, but that's not what I want right now. And so I bought a black hat. Let me show it to you. It looks like this. Just kidding, it looks like this. And I originally was just gonna wear it like that, and put some ribbons on it and be like, hey, look at me. But you know, that's not weird enough for me, or maybe different enough for me, whatever. I am going to augment this hat in ways that might be horrible. So let's get to work on that, shall we? First I have to make this hat into a shape that I really like. And you know, it's just a fucking sun hat. And when I bought it, it's one of those, I think I got it on Etsy. And it's one of those that I felt was a little bit misrepresented. I thought I bought a Sinamay hat, S-I-N-A-M-A-Y, which is not a straw hat. And what I got was a straw hat that has obviously been fucking spray painted, which I could have done myself with a $4 hat. So, whatever. I'm over it. Let's start changing this fucker to something that looks amazing. So, one of my favorite time periods is kind of Armistice Day. So, we're looking for this look. I know, I look like a fucked up pirate, but maybe we can get it. Maybe we can get it there. So, I was trying to figure out how to make it stick there, and I was at first just gonna use Gem Tech, my favorite, but then my friend Angela, Blondie, that you've seen in a couple of videos and will see again because I can con her into doing this shit, thought it might be easier, and we're all about easier, to staple this motherfucker. You fucking fucker. Shit. You dick. You know what? Angela was kinda right, but kinda not. All right, I got two of those bitches in there. So I'm not feeling very confident about that, so guess what? I'm gonna put my friend Gem Tech in there. I have a lot of faith in Gem Tech, and that's because I have shoes with Gem Tech rhinestones on them. Oh, let me show you. They're all fucked up. You'll love them. You can see how shitty these shoes are. I've been wearing them forever. And these rhinestones I put on myself with Gem Tech, and you know, just kind of goes with my rhinestone issues. A little bit more Gem Tech there. I'm gonna keep trying to staple this motherfucker because now it's a thing, and it's a thing that's not working. Dear Angela, you were wrong. So I came up with an idea. And that is to use straight pins. I think you can see that. You can see my stapler fucking mess in there. But straight pins. But that straight pin is ugly as fuck and not black. These guys, you can probably see, if autofocus works with me, are just little glass head pins. And they probably are glass head knowing me because I gotta stick up my ass. Excuse me. Here's the fucking straight pins that are fixing that dumbass idea, Angela, of the stapler. And maybe if I had a bigger stapler, the stapler would have worked. I don't know. I don't care. So this is all glued on. We've got the Gem Tech in there to hold it on. We've got the pins where all the pokey parts are shoved to the front. And we're gonna put crap on top of it so you won't stab the shit out of your poor little face because, you know, ow. This is our middle piece, and I'm like, I don't want any flowers. Well, these are grapes, so there. And this is actually, I just have to not think about it because this is a vintage millinery item. It's black velvet with little, they're kind of like dingleberries, but they're not. They're velvet covered, I don't know, balls. Balls. All right, so you can see I've got my little hat here, this little thing there, and we're gonna go super lazy. So we're gonna place the thing we want first and then try to fucking figure out what we're gonna do after that. So I want to place this guy, and we're gonna go probably right there. I'm gonna try to cover all the pins with this one. And I'm gonna turn it around to face me because I can't see shit. I'm trying to watch it in the fucking viewfinder and I can't see shit. So I'm going to, oh good God. I hope none of y'all are milliners. You could see this fucking thing was handmade. I mean, Can you see that hand stitching back there? So I'm the devil. I'm just the fucking devil. And it's been established many times that I am in fact the fucking devil. So, you know, let's go with what you know. And I'm just gonna put a little bit on here because there's one of these fucking staples is coming out. Damn you, you fucker. I've made a glue mess and I don't even know what this is gonna look like. So I'm gonna stick this right here and then I gotta turn it around to see that I've covered everything. Okay, this is actually good enough. So depending on how super fucking, oh, screw you, you bastard. Okay, so I gotta hold it like this for a while. Yeah, that's exciting, huh? And that's just glue on the bottom, that'll dry clear. But depending on how fucking lazy you are, this is actually good enough as far as I'm concerned. But I found these rhinestones that are shaped like skulls from Swarovski. And let me see if I can, I can't. Okay, can you see that? I mean, I can see that it's in the viewfinder, but I don't know if you can see how fucking fancy that shit is. But look, it's a little skull. And these are Swarovski, which is spelled Swarovski. Swarovski. And they are not cheap. But I don't know if you've noticed this. This series is called Dark and Lazy, not Dark and Lazy and Cheap. So you can substitute obviously with any fucking thing you want. You can go to Michael's or whatever craft store you have. I mean, if you really want to, you can go to Hobby Lobby and get stuff to put on your hat. Now I gotta figure out where the fuck to put these skulls. And I'm gonna try to watch the viewfinder while I figure it out because I kind of wanted to put one right there. Okay, so we're definitely putting one right there. So here's why we have gem tack, because gems, and because I don't want to have 70,000 adhesives when I can use one or two. I guess that really is why I feel relatively equipped. You always want to do 2 glue spots, and then you really kind of want it to dry, so hang on while I blow on this fucker. The hard part about working 3D is that, right there, right the fuck there. That's, oh, you bastard. I gotta hold this thing for 100 years. You can see I've just got this one fucking pin and now it is, ow! Now it is a calamity. Okay, so we've got a little snag here in that I have to let this bitch dry. I can see that I pretty much have to hold this thing so that the skull is high enough up, fucking fuck. It's still really squishy, so I need to find somewhere to put this thing because I'm getting irritated having to hold this motherfucker. All right, I moved everything a little bit closer and I know that you're looking at it upside down. Let me turn it right side up and you can kind of see where we're going with this. It looks a little weird to me to just have this one bright thing, and pardon me while I look at my hand because I stabbed the ever-loving shit out of myself with this guy because it's shoved straight into there. So I feel like we need a little bit more something to kind of go with this bright thing. And you can see I can still move it easily, so it's not fucking dry. It's never gonna dry. We're all gonna die before it fucking dries. If you wanted to put studs on here instead, which I now wish I had done, but all mine have the stabby bits, but so you'd want flat backs for this. But if you put flat back studs on that, that would look fucking amazing. And now I wish I had some. But I do have these other kick-ass rhinestones that I could switch these out for. Let's see, you know, because projects sometimes we fuck shit up, right? And then we want to trade, and I've got these jet guys, and you can't see that, and I can't fucking put this thing down yet, so let's see how good I am with one hand. Okay, I'm so far really good, and it's my left hand, and I'm a righty, and I'm not ambidextrous. Oh shit, I spilled the rhinestone. So, I've got this guy. Yeah, we're gonna change it out. I have to get him out of there fucking one-handed, but this time we're using our right hand, so you hear that? That's the rustling of a nightmare. These, again, are Swarovski. These are jet, which is one of their less expensive colors. Shit, hang on. Let me lick that glue off. Blah. I think that these were $1 or something a piece. This shit was not cheap. Oh my God, this is so much harder. This would have been so much easier had I just fucking sewn it down. Because I have those curved ass doll needles and shit that I never use. I don't use them for anything. What the fuck am I gonna use that shit for? So, we're going to make this just a little bit more difficult because it's not been a big enough pain in the ass. and put on those tiny rhinestones, tiny rhinies, over here because I love them. So we want to let this glue dry just a little bit so it's more tacky, so shit doesn't slide all over. So while we're waiting, let's give this some more definition, and we want to keep this all dark. I've decided we are not going to do any red because I have just been in a black, 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 all black, except for black and white stripes because I can't live without a black and white striped shirt. I've been in such a blackety black, black, black stuff mood. This is cheap ass glitter glue that you can get in scrapbooking departments. You can probably get it in places that specialize in card making. This brand is Reflections, but there's another brand called Stickles. And I am going to give my leaves some spines that are glitter. And if you hate glitter, don't do this. I want to have a different kind of more artistic line quality. So working with glitter glue, you got to squeeze this thing. And so it's a bitch to get your line quality to be exactly even. But for me, on this one, I don't want it to be exactly even. I want to have a little bit more light, if you understand. And I want it to have a little bit more light, and I want it to have a little bit of a painterly quality. I don't usually want to punch out my craft supplies, but I'm thinking about it with this little fucker. I don't even know if you can see this. You fucking now it's all fucked up. Well, we got a fucked up leaf. That's perfect. All right, so the hat is dry enough to put on my little pumpkin head. So let us see how it looks, shall we? All right, hopefully you can see the top. I'm currently looking at my tripod, so I have no fucking idea what you can see, but hopefully it looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with this. I feel like I would prefer to actually have a cinema hat, which I said like 12 times during the making of this video. But, oh, I could put it, oh shit, that's how it goes. Well, I might fix that, I might not, because ultimately, I'm a little bit lazy. So hey, thanks for watching. Until next time.